there, and welcome to Force Talk, a Star Wars podcast, episode 7.
Yep.
Episode 7. This is the end of season 1, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I can hear you crying out there, or perhaps celebrating. That must bring us to the situation that we're in now. You can see there's just 3 of us here. Nick has been given his marching papers, unfortunately. After Man Bun Gate in the last episode, we had to deal with a few issues. You may have seen, I don't know how much attention you pay to comments on YouTube. We don't really pay that much attention.
Are there any?
There's a couple. But yeah, this man bun issue was raised, hence we kind of comedically addressed it at the start of the last episode. Well, anyway, it all came to a head, and quite literally.
A man bun head.
So he came to a man bun head, and yeah, we had to give him his marching papers. So it's just the 3 of us for the foreseeable future for now. But there's a lot to be getting on with. We're going to be covering a few bits of Star Wars news. I'm going to be talking about London Film and Comic Con that I was at this weekend. And we've got a special guest coming in for a very interesting chat about Obi-Wan Kenobi. So let's get on with it on Force Talk. Star Wars news. And there's a few bits and pieces to be looking at. But the first thing is... there were some pictures that arrived on the internet. Sarah, you pointed them in our direction, I think from Instagram. Do we want to mention whose Instagram it actually was that they came from? No, we don't. Okay. So it's basically, this is incriminating evidence. I was looking before I came to shoot the episode. I mean, we do have the pictures somewhere locked in a vault, but... I did a Google search to try and find these new pictures to put them together for you for the episode. They have disappeared from Google. Since then, I spoke to one of my learned friends who knows a thing or two about Lucasfilm and Disney. He said, the last thing you want to do is use those. You could end up in a lot of trouble. Oops. I'm talking a legal email from a certain large company.
Don't want that.
So we're not going to do that. But if you saw them, you saw them. There was a picture of Snoke, which Nick, obviously before he was fired, did manage to point out that Snoke is Jesper Carrot. For our American viewers of the show, you won't understand who Jesper Carrot is, so tough. But if
got a picture.
We have got a picture to show you. There you go. Jesper Carrot is Snoke. Yeah. Makes sense to me. So moving on, yeah, there was some pictures of the
Praetorian Guards.
Praetorian Guards, yeah.
Didn't like them.
You weren't crazy about that?
No, they look like something from Flash Gordon to me. Too plasticky, and why would Snoke, who's from a completely different part of the galaxy, from the outer unknown regions, why would he think, oh, I might get myself some Red Guards just like that Emperor Palpatine did all them years ago? Because Red Guards kind of came from the Old Republic, the original, like the Blue Guards in Phantom Menace, and then they became, with the Red Guards in Revenge of the Sith. So they were Palpatine's protection. Mm-hmm. It's got nothing to do with Snoke. Why have they suddenly thought, oh, well, we'll make Snoke's personal guards look like, dress them in red? I just think it's lame. Come on, give us something new.
That's very true.
It's like everything they're doing in the sequel trilogy seems to be just taking something from the original trilogy and just making it slightly different. I want new stuff, complete new designs, and... Yeah,
that's true. Like I was saying, you hit the nail right on the head there, because I was just about to say, there was obviously a lot of echoes of Star Wars: A New Hope in The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just a continuation of that imaginative theme. But still, there you go.
You liked them, didn't you?
Yeah. I like them. I think they look all right.
They look a bit...
with them.
Once I see them in action, I'll probably love them, but from the photographs, I just thought it looked like a really cheesy Flash Gordon.
Stop being grumpy.
Ming the Merciless's guards, It doesn't look Star Wars.
Well, one thing I would say about it is the weapons that they were wielding did look a little bit samurai, which
like
would kind of... Yeah, but think about it. Think about the origins of Star Wars and what George Lucas was referring back to, like Kurosawa and the Seventh Samurai and all that stuff, and some of what's his name's original artworks.
Ralph McQuarrie.
Ralph
Ralph
McQuarrie's, yeah,
McQuarrie.
had that vibe. So you can see where they're going from. They've obviously done a little bit of that with Kylo Ren. But like you say,
I think if they weren't red, if they're in like a metallic
Blue.
chrome or something, or black,
Chrome like Phasma.
No, like more dark, more like a charcoal chrome.
yeah, charcoal
Matte
chrome,
black.
like a BMW.
Yeah,
Everyone's going to look like an Audi.
but, yeah, but not red.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
red's not working for me.
Fair enough. Okay. So moving right along then, Ron Howard's been tweeting a few more pictures. He tweeted a picture from the set of him looking very seriously and not well lit, staring away from the viewing screen with a shot of
Lando.
Calrissian, who looked very much like he was on board a certain
Corellian freighter.
freighter. So these things have been hinting out about, the origin story of Lando, of Han Solo getting the Millennium Falcon from Lando. It would suggest that we're probably definitely going to see that in the untitled mess that Ron Howard's got to deal with right now. So, you take a look at those pictures. We're just showing that one there now.
It's all on Ron Howard's Twitter feed, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if you go and check out Ron Howard's Twitter feed, you can have a look at them too. So, Mark Hamill. He's been talking about, I think heading off at the pass, ideas for standalone films.
Right.
He doesn't want to see a young Luke Skywalker film. Lucasfilm's next independent Star Wars film will tell the story of young Han Solo, as we know. This makes us ponder, what about a young Luke Skywalker film? So Hamill said, following on James Corden, James Corden's Late Show. Yeah, you're not the parking master, Corden. You're just really annoying, and you're everywhere at the moment. But still,
Moving on.
What's his actual skill? Anyway, never mind. That's another conversation.
he's hilarious.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
grumpy old man, carry
somebody
on.
must think he is. Anyway, whatever. So he was asked. Hamill was asked by James Corden, and he said, "Boy, what a boring film that will be." And I think that's all we need to say.
Yeah, really.
Well, would it not be boring? He's just working on a motor farm.
Yeah.
Nothing. You'll see him shoot
Shooting
some
womp
womp rats.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
start of
So,
a serial killer.
how can you make a 2-hour film about that?
Evading Obi-Wan, as you'll find out later.
And ribbed lightsabers.
Yeah,
You can get from Etsy.
unless it was like some kind of cinema verite, esoteric 60s affair where it's just about Luke Skywalker and his moist evaporator and
On his own in the middle
fixer.
of the diet. Not
built-
diet, does it?
building the lonely boy building a friendship with
Big start writer.
something akin to the little beavers that popped up in Indiana Jones and the
Oh, like nunners
Kingdom
and
of the Crystal
Moors.
Skull. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, you're right, Mark. You're always right, pretty much. We
Don't
love you.
need it.
We don't need it. Thanks. Now then, San Diego Comic-Con, weekend before last. You picked this up.
Yep.
Some news from StarWars.com. We're not going to go through them all because there's hundreds of them.
Yes.
Is it, how many were there? 20
20 different books which have been announced.
different books and tie-in comics. So we'd recommend you go to StarWars.com. You can just see the link here on the screen right now. Let's do a quick spin. Interestingly, after our little chat in the previous episode about Mace Windu, there is a Mace Windu Jedi of the Republic comic coming from Marvel. So that could be quite interesting. Thrawn's coming back.
Yep, Thrawn novel.
There's Lego. There's Tales of Courage, the female characters.
Forces of Destiny.
There's a couple of things about Leia coming out. We've got colouring books. We've got the Legends of Luke Skywalker, stuff about Phasma.
It's similar to Force Awakens. Before Force Awakens came out, they had the sort of other books which were the journey to Force Awakens. Now, obviously, they're doing the journey to the Last Jedi. So there's obviously the origin story of Phasma.
Yeah.
There's a book about Luke, I think, coming out as well. Not
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
exactly.
What he's been doing on Act 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so we don't need the cinema verity film because they put it in a comic.
Probably on that. It's a book about Luke.
So, okay.
Are
Right,
you going
fine.
to read it?
I'll try. I tend to buy the Star Wars box and then take ages to read through them, so I've still got quite a few to read.
But the main focal point, of course, being
Chewing the porgs.
Yay!
the one you're looking forward to the most. Yeah, there was a lot of Porg love in the previous episode, mainly from you.
And Nick.
But
he should not be named now.
No, well, he's in the dole queue, so, he's in the space dole queue right now. But yeah, chewing the porgs to look forward to. That I imagine that will be a gripping yarn, illustrated by Fiona. I can't describe that.
Shinnick.
No, that one, Fiona.
Oh, yeah.
The illustration is not written by.
Written by Kevin Schnick. So 2 people have been involved in that. Anyway, something to look forward to. So spinning on now to London Film and Comic Con. There was a lot of Star Wars guests there. I managed to. I only met some of them very briefly, but got to meet Mads Mikkelsen, who's a very nice guy. Girlfriend's a big fan, so I scored some brownie points there, grabbing a picture with him. I did finally meet and get my picture taken with Peter Mayhew, and that's been a long time. I've seen him from afar.
Can't miss him either, can you?
You can't miss him. But I had my picture taken with him. He seemed to be having a lot of fun in the photo shoot.
Good.
He was just cracking jokes and pulling silly faces and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a look at the silly face he pulled here, there you go. There's me and Peter Mayhew. What else? I might need some help with this. One of the guys who was in Rogue One, he was supposed to have more scenes with Ben Mendelsohn's character. It was chopped down. What's the actor's name? Richard Cunningham. I had quite an interesting chat with him about the fact that the whole changing of the guard thing with the directors has been discussed and is kind of seems to be a recurring theme with the standalone films as we move into Han Solo. Yeah. Obviously, the situation with Gareth Edwards, sort of his role was slightly relinquished, wasn't it, for the reshoots? Yeah. And they brought in the other director, whose name we couldn't remember last week.
I still can't remember. Yeah,
you know the
editing, didn't he? And the
yes. So this guy was saying it was rather uncomfortable because everyone was like going, "Where's Gareth Edwards?" And they were kind of saying, "Oh, he's busy in the editing suite and stuff like that." And he said it was rather uncomfortable. Interesting enough, in all the stuff that was shot with Gareth Edwards, he said he had like about 12 scenes or something like that with Ben Mendelsohn's character. And now I think he's got 1 or 1.5 in the film. So there was a lot of build-up to...
Tony Gilroy.
Tony Gilroy was the guy who took over. So,
thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and it's been suggested, hasn't it, that it was clearly a very, very different film.
Yeah, we'll never know really, will we, what the original...
We'll never know. I said this to him. I said, it's going to be disappointing that none of that stuff surfaced on the Blu-ray. I don't think we'll ever get to see it. So yeah, he said it was a very interesting experience, but like a little bit uncomfortable towards the end when there was the changing of the guard.
Can't wait to hear the stories from the Han Solo set then after this.
Well, he also said he thought he was going to get a part in the Han Solo film for a while. Yeah, and then. He said maybe they decided that, maybe it would be a bit weird putting a character who's been, a few years afterwards. Might not make sense.
Could have been an alien,
age-wise.
Yeah.
I
mean, Warwick Davis is in...
That's true. He could have played something else.
Film and
so that was interesting. The main highlight, not technically a Star Wars thing, was meeting Kevin Smith.
Kind of is.
Huh?
Kind of is. He's a massive Star Wars geek.
Yeah, he's a massive Star Wars geek. He voiced a stormtrooper as well, didn't he? A First Order trooper in The Force Awakens. He was great, absolutely fantastic. He totally gets the fanboy thing.
Did you ask him on the show?
No, I didn't get the chance.
Next season,
we'll
email him.
Next season,
you got his email, didn't you?
I did get his email, yeah. So that's all sorted. But one thing I would suggest, if you're into your podcast, which I'm sure you are if you're watching this right now, wait for the next episode of Fat Man on Batman which should be out in the next week or so, and you can hear me asking Kevin Smith a question about Star Wars and Harrison Ford.
Of course, Harrison Ford.
Of course, Harrison Ford. Who else? Who else is the pimp daddy?
Jeremy Bullock.
Hey? Qui-Gon. He's a fictional character, though. Fictional character. Yeah, so look out for that. I think that was pretty much about it, really, on in terms of Star Wars on the on London Film and Comic Con.
Yeah, there's a bit of news from some of the collectors' side of things.
Oh yeah.
If you're into collecting like I am, some new sideshow figures coming out. There's a really nice Obi-Wan 6-scale figure from their Mythos line, which you'll see later. I'm just laughing because of what's coming up. But it's a really nice figure. It's a capture of Obi-Wan between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, and they've actually got a bit of a likeness of Ewan McGregor and Alec Guinness, and it just makes you want an Obi-Wan film even more. So hopefully there's a picture that's just popped up.
It's the only other thing popping up, it seems.
Yeah. And Hasbro.
Not on your Snapchat feed, anyway.
Oh my god.
Sorry, go there, please.
Stop sending them, guys. This is a request from the boss here.
If I
Okay.
were quick enough to screenshot them, I would. And keep them for myself.
This is a kids' podcast. Okay, go on.
And Hasbro, obviously, they've got their figures coming out on Friday in September.
Yeah, we've
There's
finally got Luke.
Finally got Luke, the 3.5, well, 3 3/4 inch figures are coming out. Again, it's still the 5 points of articulation, which us collectors don't want. But the sculpts are nice. We've got all the usual characters coming out on Force Friday. But they have announced, for the geeks like me who absolutely loved the vintage collection that they did in 2010, they're bringing back the vintage collection in 2018, which is where they bring out the super articulated figures on the old vintage style cards, but it's from all the films, so it'll include Last Jedi, Force Awakens, something. So I should be saving up now for more of those.
Cool.
So yeah.
So your loft's going to be even fuller.
Yes. I'm going to have to create a Star Wars room in my loft.
You're going to have to do. Well, there's a lot of groups on Facebook with people showing off those kind of things, the Star Wars Man Dungeons.
Yeah.
I just need. I need a bigger house, not just for the stuff and to display the stuff. My problem is wall space, man. Autographs, where do they go? You know, your folder gets bigger.
We'll have to buy
The walls get more covered.
We'll have to get a Force Talk house and just put all our stuff in it.
That's damn fine. This is the Force Talk house. Yeah. Next season,
the shelves.
Look out for it. It's going to be full. Full.
Might be able to display my Mandalorian army once it's finished.
Yep. And if you're quick enough on the screen caps, you might be able to display some other pictures.
Some different kind of helmets.
With the Snapchat handle, just to call them out. Do you recognise this? Uh-oh, Hayden's hitting Google right now.
Oh no.
Please don't.
Okay, so
It's Sarah's Snapchat.
did any of these look familiar? Oh, blue chickens. Yeah, excellent. Cool. So that's about it for
I think so.
for Star Wars news.
that's kind of wrapped it up nicely.
So I was at London Film and Comic Con this weekend, and on the Saturday, ran into a couple of mates in a pub around the corner. Those two mates happened to be Derek Lyons, who's the medal bearer and the Massassi Temple Guard in Star Wars: A New Hope, and the other one was Alan Austen, who played a stormtrooper in The Empire Strikes Back. As it turned out, we had a couple of pints, had some tea, and then I said, "Oh, I've got to get some interviews, haven't I?" You were like, "Get some interviews while you're there," and I was like, "Right, Alan, do you want to do an interview?" He's like, "Okay." So we sat down. We've done an interview. There's some really nice little tidbits in this. I've got to apologise to Derek because I didn't get to interview him afterwards because as I was doing the interview with Alan, I got a text off the missus saying, "Did you go to the Kevin Smith podcast?" I was like, looked at the time. That started about an hour ago. So we quickly spanned through the interview with Alan, and then I ran off to go and catch Smodcast with Kevin Smith. But here it is. Check out the interview with Mr. Alan Austen. Okay, so I've just, well, not just, but couple of hours ago, just come out of London Film and Comic Con at Olympia, and I came to a pub around the corner, the Cumberland Arms, and ran into a couple of mates, one of them being Mr. Alan Austen.
Hello.
So we're going to have a little chat about Star Wars, of course. So The Empire Strikes Back, so you were shooting in 1979?
Yeah, 1979, March 24th, I believe, was my first day on it. I didn't know what I was walking into. Walking along Bournemouth High Street at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to the studio for 6, so I got there very early, Elstree Studios. I didn't even know that it was a Star Wars film. I, got the call literally the afternoon before.
Yeah.
The first ever job in the industry, in the business. And Central Casting in those days, they were very quick on the phone. Can you be at Elstree at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning? Yeah, it's for a film called The Empire Strikes Back. Okay, what's that all about? Can't tell you anything now, just be there for 6, bump, phone goes down. So you're left wondering, what is The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah.
What is that all about? So, I was still at home with my dad in those days. I was only 20 years old. So I said, Dad, I've got the first job. It's a couple of days' work. It's called The Empire Strikes Back. And my dad said, I'll bet it's a war film. I'll bet it's about after Dunkirk or something like that.
Yeah.
So I said, but I've got long hair, which I did. I had fairly long hair, not down to the shoulders, but it was of the time, late 70s. So my dad said, they'll soon cut that off. It's the first job, I'll have to suffer it. So I got to Elstree Studio, and the first person I met was Alan Harris. Standing outside the studio smoking a cigarette, and I said, I'm here for The Empire Strikes Back. He said, yeah, me too. All right, so what's it all about? It's the first time I ever met Alan Harris. And I said, what's it all about? They said, it's a Star Wars film. It's the sequel to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So that was it. They stuck me in a dressing room with about a dozen other people. I sat in that dressing room for 2 days thinking, what the hell's this all about, really? At least no one's cut my hair yet. But I thought, well, that's it. 2 days sat in the dressing room, bye-bye. But they said, no, can you come back tomorrow? I'll come back tomorrow. They dressed me as Hoth Rebel, and I spent the next 2 or 3 weeks working on the ice tunnel scenes of Hoth. That's where I first met Harrison Ford. I knew who he was. Obviously, he had no idea who I was. And we'd often find ourselves standing around alone in a tunnel, and we just used to say hello. And so I thought, I've got to somehow, because he's, I wouldn't say standoffish, but he's a hard man to have a conversation with.
Yeah.
And I've got to break the ice here. So we've said hello a few times. So I've got to engage him in conversation. Bearing in mind, this is like spring of '79, which wasn't particularly warm outside, but when you're inside those tunnels, under the lights, dressed up in all this smoke,
warm gear on,
you're sweating, it's hot. So I said to Harrison, is it warm enough for you, Harrison? And he said, kid, I'm sweating my balls off. So it's kind of the icebreaker. And so from there on, we were always on, hello, how are you? How's it going? He'd always call me kid. Just say, yeah, how are you doing, kid? How's it going, kid? But that would be about the limit. Yeah, it's going really well, Harrison, blah, blah. I'm a bit tired to do that sort of thing. So we got that one out of the way, and then the Stormtrooper outfits came out.
Yeah.
That they took some getting used to, I've got to say. So again, you're hanging around for long hours each day, sort of dressed up in the kit. literally standing around, and I don't know who the first one to do it was, but one of us actually sat down in full Stormtrooper kit.
Is that a big mistake?
Well, don't know how we did it because it was so difficult to manoeuvre in them.
Yeah,
But once one person had sat down, we were all sitting down.
yeah,
And that, these 501st members that dress up as stormtroopers, I often get messages from them saying, how did you manage to sit down in the
Yeah.
kit? And I've noticed now that more and more stormtroopers are actually sitting down, in their outfits.
yeah.
But they were saying to me, I'm too scared to even try and sit down in mine. It's so rigid. I don't want to break it. It's cost me thousands of dollars,
Yeah.
etc., etc. But I've noticed that more and more kind of copying what we did. But
There's that great picture of you, isn't there? Sat down on the set with the helmets off,
Yeah.
taking a break.
yeah. I think that was probably around about the first time that we actually started to sit, which progressed into actually taking off the top half of the kit
Yeah.
and actually laying down.
Right,
The old film set motto is don't stand when you can sit,
Yeah.
don't sit when you can lie down.
Yeah.
That was the next step.
Yeah.
But I've got to admit, my outfit was brand new when they put it on me. By the time I finished shooting, it was held together with gaffer tape and bits and
Yeah.
pieces, bits falling off of it.
And you got to meet Carrie Fisher as well when you were doing that scene.
Yeah, Carrie was an absolute sweetheart. Just so full of life, energy, fun, laughter. Just a brilliant, brilliant woman. Bear in mind, we were all so young. I was 20, she was 22. I mean, when I look back at that now and think, it's like we were kids.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
And having fun.
Yeah. Well, there was a little. Wasn't there a little incident there with Carrie Fisher when you were holding her? Did something happen there?
Yeah.
I seem to remember you telling me before.
Yeah, it's a funny story actually. Carrie was great in that she would remember our names, so we all knew who she was. So we're doing that scene in Cloud City where we're capturing her, arresting her, and she suddenly, we're all helmeted up, and she suddenly yelled, "Stop! Stop the filming! Stop the filming! Stop! Stop!" Well, what's going on? So she's just turned to the crew and she's pointed at me and gone, "He's just touched my breast." He just touched my breast. I've gone bright red under this, right down to my toes. It's totally bright red. Sweating. I thought, I don't remember touching the breast. I don't know if someone had actually brushed her breast. It certainly wasn't a touch or a grab.
Yeah.
But Carrie being Carrie, she would turn anything into a comedy moment. So it all went quiet. And Carrie's looked at me and gone, "It's you under that helmet, Al. I know it's you under there. We're going to have to get married now. When my mother finds out that you touched my breast, she's going to be hopping mad at you, kid." So
Fantastic.
their helmets have all come off, and I'm bright red, perspiration, and I'm just like speechless. And then Carrie suddenly burst out laughing, and she just sort of grabbed me by the arm and said, "I'm only kidding with you, Al. I'm only kidding with you." But after that, everyone was laughing, but it's all good notion. But after that, she could not stop laughing. She pulsed, and it was then like for each take, "Are you gonna be okay, Carrie? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm over it now. I'm fine." As soon as the camera would start rolling, she'd just crease up laughing again. It's totally false. So it took a long, long while to get that scene done. But yeah, it's just a really nice incident. It was very worrying to begin with, but actually turned out to be a good comedy moment.
Yeah, she was great, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Well, thanks very much for talking to us on Frost Talk, Alan.
It's been a pleasure.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
So moving right along, and something very different here on Force Talk. Sarah's going to...
It's not PG-13 enough for me, so I've got to go.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. And really, it's kind of something that old men need to kind of discuss and get grumpy about. So we're going to be talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi with Mark Cookson coming up right next. And now for something completely different on Force Talk. I've brought Mark Cookson along.
Hello.
Who's going to do a little bit something special for you on Obi-Wan Kenobi from a certain point of view. Take it away, dude.
Now, this is something that Paddy's heard many, many times. It's a good rant. Obi-Wan is, without a doubt, and not from a certain point of view, from an actual point of view, the worst villain in the Star Wars saga. That's it. I said it. You can pick yourself up off the floor. Obi-Wan is the true villain of the Star Wars saga. I have evidence to back this up. You don't need evidence. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Okay, well let's throw some evidence on the table. Let's take it right back to The Phantom Menace. Many people deride the film. I love the film. But Obi-Wan is a dick in this film. The first thing we see of Obi-Wan being a complete penis is they are literally creeping away from thousands of robots sent to destroy them. Fearing for their lives, or rather should be fearing for their lives. Instead, Obi-Wan decides to make a little crack. It's not funny, Obi-Wan. Shut your face. Next, we're back on... Where do we go from there? We go from there to Naboo.
Yes, that's right.
We're in Naboo, and we meet everybody's legend, Jar Jar. What's this? He says in a disgusted way. Well, I'll tell you what it is, mate. It's a living creature, at one with the Force, like you. Shut your face. Another example of him being a penis. It continues throughout the film. What we do get, though, is a sense of Obi-Wan's inflated self-importance. An example of this is when he first meets, Qui-Gon comes back to then go back to pick Anakin up. Mm-hmm. And he says, oh, another pathetic life form.
Yeah.
Not really, pal. Get over yourself.
That's true. It's very, very true.
Every time he opens his gob in The Phantom Menace, something comes out and you just want to go, cut your braid off, you little prick. Then we'll take it right to the end of The Phantom Menace, pausing in the middle for a bit of him telling Qui-Gon what he should do. If only you'd follow the Council's rules, you'd be on the Council too. Why? Because you're a career opportunist? I think so. Forget that. So, he lectures Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon laughs it off. I'll do what I think is right. Quite close as you will, because you're the pimp Jedi. Another one. Qui-Gon, pimp Jedi. Coming soon. But then we get to the end. We get to the final battle.
Yeah.
They are getting the crap beaten out of them. Let's have it. Darth Maul is handing their asses to them.
Yeah.
So, there we go. Obi-Wan gets kicked over the ledge and he falls. Mm-hmm. We've already seen in the beginning of the film that they can move at superhuman speed. When they run away from the destroyer droids, they can pace some.
Yeah.
What does Obi-Wan do?
Oh, he jumps up.
He does a little jog.
A little
He does
jog?
a little jog. He doesn't put a spurt on. He goes...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
when he's trying to get to Qui-Gon. Yeah.
So he
Yeah,
could,
you're
he
right.
could leg it. He could leg it. He could
could have
join
gone...
in.
Yeah.
No. Jog. I'll leave Qui-Gon to it. Come on, man. You know what's happening. Then
That's true. I never thought about that.
Then the doors close and he's gone, oh, shit. Then there's the battle. Then Qui-Gon gets killed. What does he do?
He goes, no!
He goes, no. And then gets angry.
Yeah.
He attacks out of anger. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you naughty man. He attacks out of anger. And as we are told not 30 minutes before, anger, fear and hatred lead where?
To the dark side.
The dark side. And the dark side will forever dominate your destiny.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
So let's park that one for the moment. Obi-Wan's attacking out of anger because
Yeah.
he realises he's messed up royally. Then Qui-Gon's doing his old
Train the boy.
train the boy bit. And he knows, he goes, I will. I'll totally do that.
Yeah.
I'll totally train him just as you would. Does he do that? No. We'll move on to that later.
Okay.
But for now, he's like, oh yeah, Qui-Gon, I'll do whatever you want. We'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Then Yoda says, all right, you can have him. You can train the boy. But we've already told he's 9 years old. He's too old to begin the training. But you can train him anyway.
Obi-Wan's defiance, I sense in you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So he kind of ends it on a high note. I will train you. You will become a Jedi. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Hero moment for Obi-Wan. One hero moment for Obi-Wan. Right.
After all the dick examples.
Yeah, that's it. It's way outweighed.
Yeah.
Then we're on episode 2. We've missed 10 years.
Yeah.
But we get a sense within about 5 minutes of what a complete cock Obi-Wan has been to Anakin in those 10 years.
Yeah.
Because Anakin is beaten down. That kid is just like emo teenager.
Yeah.
And there's, Obi-Wan rocking the Bee Gees look. He's taking the Barry Gibb example. And there he is. He's rocking it, all Barry Gibb.
Yeah.
He's staying alive.
Yeah.
And it's fine. So they go and see Padme.
Yeah.
And in the lift, on the way to see Padme, Obi-Wan listens to his apprentice, who he's brought up and trained, as he promised Qui-Gon, telling him that he's having visions of his mum, and she's dying, and she's in trouble.
Yeah.
What does Obi-Wan do, kids? Oh, forget that. That's not important. Don't worry about it. Visions will fade in time.
Yeah, yeah.
The dude he's been told the chosen one with the Force, the ultimate Force user, having dangerous premonitions. Obi-Wan would rather go and see Padme and hang around with a cougar ex-queen for a bit. I'm not wrong. You know I'm not wrong. So then, as a result of the shenanigans, there's a chase through Coruscant. Mm-hmm. All Anakin is doing is trying his best to sort this out. He's on the case. Yeah. Anakin is doing his business. What's Obi-Wan doing? Bitching him out.
Yeah.
Everything. Bitch. Not bad. Anakin saves the day.
Yeah.
Gets him on the ground.
Yeah.
Chases the bad guy. They go in a bar. What's the first thing Obi does when he gets in the bar?
He decides he's going to go for a drink.
He goes for a drink.
Yeah.
You go and do that, Anakin. I'm going to the bar.
Where are you going?
Having a drink.
For a drink.
For a drink. Cock. So he
does tell the kid not to smoke the death sticks, though. That's...
Yeah, but then he cuts
it's a bit of
someone's arm off.
Yeah, it's a bit of window dressing, really.
And again, that's another point. Obi-Wan, instead of disarming, literally disarms at every available opportunity.
Yeah.
Instead of just using the Force or whatever, he's cut his arm off.
Do you think he's...
I think he might be an alky. He might be a secret lemonade drinker. He's rocking that Barry Gibb. That's got to be alcohol influenced, hasn't it? That? I'm not wrong, am I? None of this is wrong, kids.
I'm not arguing with any of this.
Watch the films. Watch the films. You'll see it. Plain as day now.
Yeah.
So where are we? We're Coruscanting.
Yeah.
We're Coruscanting.
He's had a drink.
He's had a drink. He's in the bar.
Yeah.
They get the information. What does he go and do?
He goes to... Is that when he goes to the...
Goes to see Dex.
The Jedi. Oh, he goes to see Dex
Goes
first.
to see Dex first.
Yeah.
Gets a little bit of information. You want to go to Camino?
I've got to say, just before you say that, you know that bit where the dart hits the bounty hunter or whatever?
Zam Wessel.
Yeah. And he picks it up and goes, toxic dart. He's like, do you think?
Yeah. Really? She's dead.
Yeah. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so there he is. Goes to see Dex.
Yeah.
And he's all like, hey, buddy. Oh, what are you doing, Obi-Wan? Because you know he's at that diner every 5 minutes. He's not doing Jedi business. Sends Anakin off to do Jedi business. He goes and has a coffee with Dexter.
And a burger.
Coffee and a burger.
Yeah.
Outrageous. Anyway, so after that, off he shoots. He decides he's going on a jolly. He's going to find Camino.
Yeah.
So goes to the archives. Mm-hmm. Jocasta Nu. I remembered that name. I was like, oh, what was her name? Oh, Jocasta knew. She says, it's not there. Not there.
Should have
You're
been
wrong.
Scottish with a name like that.
She should have been Scottish.
Jocasta knew.
She should have cast Billy Connolly. It's not there, pal.
If it's not in the archives, then, you know, it must have been deleted. So go on.
So then he goes, right, I'll go and see Yoda. Yoda will know what to do.
Yeah.
Because he can't do anything for himself. Has to be told by a minging green frog what to do. Does Qui-Gon get told what to do by a minging green frog? No. Does it himself. With one with the living force. Pimp Jedi.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. Shmi and Qui-Gon sitting up a tree. You know it. Time for bed, Anakin. Boom, chicka, wah, wah. Anyway,
Staying alive.
It's no coincidence that the communicator is like a lady shave.
Ah,
That's all I'm
I
saying.
see, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Pimp Jedi. So, where are we? We've seen Yoda.
Yeah.
It's good to see Yoda.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Yoda, can't find this planet. And Yoda goes, well, let's ask the kids. And he's clearly disgusted with the idea that these kids might know a little bit more than he does.
Yeah.
Clearly disgusted. How can you know more than me? I'm Barry Gibb. I'm Jesus Gibb.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm Jesus Gibb. You know? Mental. Then off he goes. We find it because the kids know what the score is. Yeah. Obi-Wan has been smoking a little bit of that. Doesn't know. The kids tell him what's what. Off he goes. Lands on Camino. Does a bit of the old searchy. Ends up at the plant thing. Clone plant.
Yeah. Has a chat with John Hurt. Yeah.
Has a chat with, yeah. And it's basically like, right, I'll sit here and I just won't say anything. What does he actually do in that scene? He just
Not
listens.
much. He just lets them dig themselves a hole.
He just lets them talk,
Yeah.
which I suppose is good interrogation technique.
Yeah.
But all he actually does is sit there.
Yeah.
That could have been anybody to said, hey, I'm Jeff from the Jedi Institute.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got all your clones, pal. Come pick them up.
Oh, the only thing he does is tell them that Cypher Diaz was killed. That's it.
Yeah,
isn't
that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was Cypher Diaz? Crap name for a start.
Yeah.
But, you know.
But it sounds really dark, doesn't it?
Sounds
Like
evil.
Order 66.
So anyway. But then we have a bit of decent Obi-Wan. That fight with Jango Fett is brilliant.
Yeah, it was good.
In the rain.
Yeah.
With his suddenly shiny lightsaber. Because in the Phantom Menace it's like matte. And now it's all suddenly shiny. Because he's rocking the hair, wants the 70s disco ball look on his lightsaber. You know? He's embracing it.
Yeah. Disco saber. Yeah.
Disco saber. So then, there we go. We end up, loads of shenanigans. Someone's over here, Anakin's over here, Padme's over here. They're all going, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's do the other. End up in the arena. What's the first thing he says? He sees his apprentice, who's been separated from an X amount of time, should be really surprised to see him.
Good job.
Yeah. What does he say? Just bitches him out.
Yeah. Says something about a good job about I came to rescue you or something.
Yeah, nice one. Nice work, dickhead. All right, so you're doing well, aren't you, pal?
Yeah.
You're doing really well. Up on your saber.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tied up.
In the middle of an arena.
Yeah.
But Anakin brings the Jedi. You know, Obi-Wan doesn't think, I'll tell you what, I'll just ring in.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell him where I am.
Yeah.
No, because he'd rather try and do it himself. Career opportunist again. If I do this, they'll promote me. Yeah.
So he's effectively he's more arrogant than what Anakin is supposed to be.
He's completely arrogant.
Is it him that brings that up?
Yeah.
His abilities have made him arrogant.
Yeah. Exactly. And when they're on Naboo,
Yeah.
and Anakin's doing his fruit floating, let's try and shout at me bird by floating a peach across to her.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's a subtle message. Give me your peach.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a nice pair. He's trying his best, and he bless him.
Force foreplay.
Yeah, I mean at the end of
Space
the day,
foreplay. Sorry.
he's hung around with Barry Gibb for 10 years.
Yeah.
In like seclusion with a bunch of frankly weird monks.
Weirdy beardies.
You know there's something going on there, don't you? The younglings. Not the younglings. Anyway, again, sorry for another time, kids. Enhanced universe. You know it's out there. in the dark net.
Yeah.
And lightsabers are phallic for a reason, mate.
Yeah.
You know.
And telescopic for a
Yeah,
reason.
well, quite. So there we are. And Anakin said, "Oh, don't let Master Obi-Wan know I've done that. He'll be very grumpy."
Yeah.
What he probably means by that is he's just beating him up. You know, he'll be very grumpy. Don't hit me, Daddy!
Yeah.
Yeah. Anakin's father figure, his entire life has been like a floating blue thing that beat the crap out of him every 5 minutes. And now, Jesus Barry Gibb. He was never going to turn out well. He was never going to turn out well, pal.
Yeah.
You could have sorted that, but you didn't. He was too concerned about his follicles.
Yeah. There you go.
So we get to the arena battle.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan tries to do a bit.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually do a great deal.
No. Chops the legs off that daft thing. And
Again, cuts a limb off.
yeah. Ah, there you go.
Disarms. You know, can't do anything. That's his trick. I'll cut an arm off. Does it
Yeah.
with the battle droids as well. Cut an arm off. Goes for the head every now and then.
Yeah.
But it's mainly the arm. You watch it. Got an arm fetish. Telling you. So Obi-Wan, there we go. Episode 2, he doesn't come across very well at all. At all. He's a dick in Phantom Menace, but he's a young guy, bit brash.
Yeah.
Sort of forgive it. But he's nasty in Episode 2. It becomes a little bit insidious. Shall we say. Then, of course, we're 5 years later.
And it's the worst film of the saga.
It's utter dreck, isn't it? Utter rubbish.
Yeah, it is.
I think Camino is like the best bit of that film.
Yeah.
10 minutes does not a film make.
No, absolutely, yeah. The arena,
So,
forget about it. Anyway.
Yeah. We're now in Episode 3. Are we 3 years on or are we 5 years on? Have they ever established that?
Three, I
Is
think.
it 5?
3.
Oh, is it 3? Is it?
So, yeah.
And so he's had the haircut.
He's had the haircut. He's got the Alec Guinness going on now.
Grey.
A little bit grey.
Kept
Oh, we forgot the main bit. The fight with Dooku. The fight with the
Oh.
old man.
Ah, right, yeah.
That young, sprightly Jesus Barry Gibb with his disco ball lightsaber
Yeah.
does nothing. Stands back. Oh, I've
Fails.
fallen into the wall.
Yeah.
So here we have another battle, another big battle with another Force user where Obi-Wan is suddenly incapacitated. Really? Or were you just, oh, I've fallen and it's quite bad? I can smell the chaffing from here. No. So he leaves Anakin, his apprentice, to deal with the old lightsaber wielding dude who's just beaten off Yoda, really.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Not cool.
Anakin, of course, loses his arm. I bet Obi-Wan was loving that.
Arm again.
Arm again.
Yeah.
Bet Obi-Wan turned
Armageddon.
to the other side when he saw the arm go off.
Yeah.
Arm fetish. Tell you. Right. Revenge of the Sith. Big space battle. Opening space battle. Felt sick when I was watching that in the cinema. It was ridiculous. George, wind it back a bit. Nobody needs to see that.
Yeah. There's a lot of shit on the screen.
Yeah. And all he's doing, moaning about droids this time.
Yeah.
He's just moaning. Obi-Wan, moaning.
Oh, this should be easy. Yeah.
Well done, Anakin. You've done it again. Oh, bully Anakin. And of course, now Anakin's got the Jesus thing going on. He's been learning the lesson. He's rocked the 70s. He's now thinking about joining Yes or something, in it, with his hair. Progtastic.
Yeah.
With his leather jerkin.
Oh, yeah.
So he's going prog.
Looking prog, yeah.
He's going glam metal.
Yeah.
Glam metal Anakin with his scar.
Glamakin.
Glamakin. Glamakin with his leather glove and everything. Oh, that's a good one, that Glamakin. I like that. I'm having that.
Cool, take that. It's yours.
So we got him just moaning.
Yeah.
Just moaning. Then they get into the ship and he moans some more.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody droids.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
R2 spraying all the shit. Yeah.
I've got to do a bit of work. Now he's got a lightsaber that's ribbed for his pleasure. Just saying.
That's true.
Yeah, for the most part, though, he's fairly.
Mind you, Luke's Return of the Jedi, his lightsaber was ribbed for his pleasure as well.
It certainly was.
Yeah. That's a whole.
But where did he find that? In Obi-Wan's little hut.
Hey!
Again. Who knows what was in that chest? Well, we know what was in that chest.
Yeah.
Anakin's lightsaber.
Yeah.
But again, that's moving on a little bit.
Yeah.
So he's fairly innocuous in Revenge of the Sith. Again, doesn't do a great deal.
Whinges,
moans, allows
kills
the
the guy.
biggest Force user in the galaxy to believe he's having an affair with his wife. Is that sensible? I think not. Anyway, so that, he literally just leads Anakin on.
Yeah.
And more importantly, sends him off on a mission, then says to Mace Windu, don't trust him. You don't trust the guy you've been with for 15 years. Your brother, your best mate, who you've supposedly trained in the ways of the Jedi for 15 years. Oh, I don't trust him. So what's Anakin done? Anakin's gone to see his pal. The man who actually has cared about him for all the years. His pal, Palps.
Palpy.
Everybody loves Palps.
Yeah.
With his liver spots and his big ass collars. See, he's like the Rick Wakeman. So it's like that's where Glamakin's going.
Yeah.
He's going to join the prog band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants some of that velvet action going on. But again, he's having the dreams.
Yeah.
He's having the dreams about Padme.
Yeah.
But does he tell Obi-Wan? No. Why doesn't he tell Obi-Wan? Because Obi-Wan will just go, shut up.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
It'll
Shut
pass.
up. It'll pass.
It'll pass. Don't be such a little bitch.
But Pimp Palpy,
Yeah.
with his velvet, he's
Yeah.
all like, oh, Anakin, it's terrible. They're just using you, Anakin. You need to watch them. They're very bad. I think something's going on. And if you look, something is going on. They realise that it's basically like punks. It's prog. Prog is out.
Yeah.
Punk is in.
Punk's coming in.
Yeah, and the Jedi can't cope. The Jedi are like the hippies. They're like the Woodstock movement.
Jedi's, yeah, they're like Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And
Old Pink Floyd, though.
old Pink Floyd, and they're coming in the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, incoming in the Sex Pistols. But before we get the Sex Pistols, we get prog.
Yes. Yeah.
So we've got the Senate being the prog monster. Prog monster Palpatine. And so we got Obi-Wan just generally like bundling around, playing one person off against the other, saying he doesn't trust that person, but go, oh, Anakin, have a good time, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Then go around and see his missus. You're going, you've seen Anakin? Is Anakin been about?
Yeah.
I'll just leave my handy iPad here so he'll know I've been here. Seriously. Puts his iPad down.
Yeah.
So there's Anakin, comes back later, comes home to see his missus, sits down. Obi-Wan's iPad.
Yeah.
That's
Is it Obi-Wan's that? I thought it was Anakin's. I don't know. Yeah, because I thought Anakin just sensed Obi-Wan had been there.
Well, possibly.
Don't know.
Either way,
Could have been his iPad.
he knows.
Yeah, either way.
It's like smelling someone's aftershave, isn't it? You know they've been there.
Yeah.
So I think Obi-Wan had a taint. I think he had foul BO.
Yeah. Or he had like the like lavender, like the hippies have.
Patchouli.
Yeah, patchouli.
Patchouli
Bit of
oil.
patchouli going
yeah.
on.
Bit of patchouli oil, I
Yeah.
reckon. Yeah. Because I reckon Anakin was like a Calvin Klein man.
Yeah.
Like a bit spicy.
Yeah. Well,
bit-
well, if it's prog, probably more like Old Spice back in the 70s.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Bit of Lynx.
Yeah.
So you're going to know the difference between the smells.
Yeah.
And, Cougar Padme, again, he's trying to get everyone riled up, isn't she? Behind her husband's back. So
Damn right.
she's winding him up as well.
Yeah.
And Obi-Wan's supporting her. Yeah, we need to do something about this.
Yeah.
We need to do something. You need to do something. Doesn't do it himself. Bloody hell, no. Can't do it
Again.
himself. Get someone else to do it. You should do that. You should do something about that, Padme. Oh, okay. So then we get to Mustafar.
Mustafa.
And by this time, we know that Anakin's gone a little bit off the rails.
Yeah.
Only a little bit.
He's killed the younglings.
The younglings.
Not the younglings.
But again, what does Obi-Wan do? Does he actually take affirmative action with what's going down at the Jedi Temple? Does he ignore orders and blindly rush in to try and save the younglings? Or does he just hide?
Yeah, well, he delivers his worst delivery in the whole saga.
Well,
Not the younglings. What you're saying. Yeah.
but he doesn't actually do anything. Just watches the video and goes, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Nick Gillard's rocking the wig.
Yeah,
Giving it that. You know, and he's like, oh, you're the younglings.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what he does. Now, if I was a member of a 1,000-strong order of crazy monks,
Yep.
and I'd been in the order since I was like 4, so by this time he's been in the order like 30, 40 years. Yeah. And he doesn't do anything. That's his home.
Yeah.
You know, is everything, doesn't rush in, just leaves him to it. Oh, all my mates are getting killed. I'll just stay here.
Yeah.
I'm better off out of it. Better off out of it, me.
Yeah.
So anyway, so there's Obi-Wan, another prime example of career opportunist.
Yeah.
If they're all dead, I'll be the Last Jedi.
There you go.
You know,
I can finish off that program I've been writing.
finish on my prog masterpiece,
Concept out.
Jazz Odyssey. But he started with a on Camino. Yeah. That hookah pipe thing. You know that's a funky brass thing. So we get to
I'm
Mustafar.
loving the Rock Family Trees week. This is genius.
So when we get to Mustafar,
Yeah.
and Anakin is like super hooked on the speed now, isn't he? He's got Motorhead.
Yeah, yeah.
His eyes are like that.
He's
His hair's like that. His eyes like that.
Yeah, he's the ace of spades.
And he's a little bit angry. He's a little bit aggro, isn't he, by now?
Yeah.
So what does Obi-Wan do? To counteract the aggro, winds him up a bit more.
Brings the gaffer out.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't really do that first, does
Brings
he?
the missus out.
Yeah, brings the missus out. He goes, oh, yeah, Padme, what are you doing here? Oh, hey! I've been on the ship all the time!
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been knocking my missus off.
Ah, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Strangles Padme. A little bit
Sorry, yeah, she
inadvisable.
comes out first and then he's I
then
was
he's
sure
stood in the
about
background.
that.
Hello.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Not
just
sensible.
Just backing her up.
Yeah. Just
Backing her up. Yeah.
Not sensible.
Yeah.
So then he's out.
I love to watch her leave. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. That's it. Watches that nice pair.
Yeah.
The peach float. Pregnant peach though.
Yeah.
Looks all right from behind.
Oh yeah.
So you know. Anyway.
Natalie Portman looks good from any angle.
Apart from when she's signing or not signing autographs.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish though. She does love the Star Wars collectors.
He
Anyway,
just
go on.
winds her up.
Yeah.
Winds him up. Pushes him over the edge.
Yeah.
But runs away, effectively. He sees Obi-Wan, like, killing his missus. Or rather, Anakin killing his missus.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's had a bit of the old pop.
Yeah.
The eyes are gone,
Yeah.
you know. And he thinks she's doing him wrong,
Yeah.
as it were.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, oh, don't blame me that you thought I was knocking your missus off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it wasn't my fault, Anakin. It was totally your fault. You wound him up for like 5 years.
Yeah. 15.
15,
Yeah.
well, who knows what he was doing to him for the first 10.
Well, there you go.
Just saying.
Not Obi-Wan, Savile.
Obi-Wan Savile. No.
Not Ben will fix it for you. Surely not.
Didn't give him the medal.
Ba ba ba. Go on.
Can I imagine that by John Williams?
Yeah.
The Jim will fix it
ba,
theme.
ba, ba.
Done John Williams style. I'm just throwing that out there.
This is
If
getting-
anybody can do that, we know where to
Definitely got
send it.
Andy.
X-rated show now, haven't we?
This is getting dark. Anyway.
Anyway, back to the point.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to battle on like floating skateboards
Yeah.
for a while. Mm-hmm. And it reaches the point where we get you were supposed to be the chosen one.
I have the high ground.
I have the higher ground, Anakin.
Yeah.
So Anakin goes for him like you would do. You know, because Anakin by this time wants to kill Prog off.
Yeah.
He wants Punk to reign.
Yeah.
Anakin's seen the light. He's learnt them 3 chords.
Yeah.
He wants to dress in leather.
Yeah.
And do punk
Where
rock.
he's based round here.
Yeah. Wants to do 3 chord wonders.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Bang, in, out, done.
In, out, done. But Obi-Wan wants his Progger piece.
Yeah.
Right, so he's having none of it. So goes for him. Obi-Wan cuts his arm off again. 2 arms this time. And his legs. So there he is. The most powerful
carry.
Force user in the galaxy. At your mercy. You know he's just killed the younglings.
Yeah.
And he's about to unleash Punk on the world. On
Yeah.
the universe. Does he, A, mercy kill him because you're my brother. I loved you. Or does he leave him to die a horribly painful death?
He leaves him to die horribly painful death.
Or does he know that the Force will literally sustain him, so just leads him to be tortured for a while? I'm just saying, I think it's the latter, because Obi-Wan, you're a very bad man. So leaves him, nicks his lightsaber. What are you going to do with that?
Yeah.
What's he going to do? That's a trophy. Maybe he liked Anakin's with the ridge on the end. Nicks it, takes it. I'm having this. Luckily,
Stick it in my chest for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You never know when that
luckily,
might come in.
Rick Wakeman arrives
Yeah.
with the hood, sorts him out, tries to bring Anakin back from punk into New Wave. Knows it's not happening, so goes, right, let's go full punk.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
Puts him together. He's more machine now than man.
Yeah.
Of course he is. I wonder why, you know. So, there we are. End of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
There he is with Anakin's baby. Anakin's baby boy. The most powerful Force user in the galaxy has a baby boy who is no doubt full of the Force.
Yeah.
What does Obi-Wan do?
He decides to take him off.
To give him away.
Give him away.
Knows that he could single-handedly raise a kick-ass Jedi who's been
Without all the
trained from
previous
birth.
complications.
No complications, no dogma, could raise a Jedi to wield the Force, stop Anakin, because he knows what's happening by this point. Or rather, not stop Anakin, stop Palpatine, because he doesn't really know what he thinks, maybe. Anakin's dead. But he knows Palpatine's a bad man.
He knows he's got to keep him away from
He knows he's got to
Wakeman.
keep him away from... Yeah, so what he does, he knows that he's like House. You know, he's Trip Hop.
Yeah.
Luke is a New Hope. Luke is Trip Hop.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, you know, what can I do? I could make the prodigies fatherland here.
Yeah.
What I'm actually going to do is hand him over to a couple of farmers
Yeah.
and desert him. But I'm not going to desert him because I want to watch him from afar.
True.
Spends 18 years watching Luke from afar.
Yeah. Keeping an eye.
Keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
Young, blonde, sweet-looking boy. Obi-Wan effectively becomes the old guy in Family Guy.
Mr. Herbert.
Yeah.
Hey, Luke.
And that wizard,
That's
as we know,
sweet lightsaber you're going
is
to
just a crazy old man.
Yeah.
You know, Uncle Owen is like, right, we've got you now, kid. We'll save you. Your dad was a nutter, wanted to write some prog rock masterpiece, then became punk.
Yeah.
Your Uncle Obi, odd man, wizard. So he's like now, he's now Roy Wood. He's now glam rock.
He's Roy Wood. Or is it, maybe he's like Brian Wilson. He's been working on the same album for like 30 years, like Smile.
Yeah,
you know what
possibly.
I mean?
And it's gone.
Too much acid, the head's gone.
Yeah.
Still working on the album.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. But then what we do is Luke gets the droids. Mm-hmm. And we go looking for Obi-Wan. Yeah, I wonder if it's old Ben Kenobi. Mm-hmm. Let's go and look for old Ben Kenobi. Find the old Ben Kenobi. Ben Kenobi says, I don't ever recall owning a droid. Well, technically, that's true.
Yeah.
He didn't own the droid. You can't tell me he didn't recognise the bloody droid. But he
Your
didn't.
favourite droid?
Yeah.
R2, yeah.
He didn't own the droid.
Yeah.
So a lawyer's answer, so close to the truth.
That's true.
It can hide in the
Talks
shadows.
to R2 all the time.
Talks to R2 all the time. C-3PO is bling gold. He's
Yeah.
like Dr. Dre. Or Kanye. C-3PO is like the Kanye of the droid world.
Camp Kanye.
You see, all the other protocol droids, silver
Yeah.
or black.
Yeah.
C-3PO, bling.
Yeah, true.
So he stands out. You're going to know him.
Well, his dad was, you
Well,
his creator was,
your man,
Rick Wakeman. Not Rick Wakeman, yeah.
Johnny Rotten.
Whoever we said
Sid
he was.
Vicious.
Johnny Rotten, yeah, Sid Vicious, yeah. I was just trying to think of a punk example. You
Punk
nailed
example.
it there.
Yeah. So he doesn't ever recall owning the droid, but will listen to the message anyway. Oh, I found the message.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, of course I do. It's me. That's like, oh yeah, because Luke's meant to know that, is he?
Yeah.
Luke's meant. Of course I do. It's me. Right, all right. Okay. Because
How would I know?
how would you know that?
Yeah.
So then Obi-Wan gets a bit cocky. He goes, I've got Luke in my house on my own.
Yeah.
I'll open my chest. Your father wanted you to have this lightsaber. No, he didn't. You cut his arms and legs off and left him for dead. You know, he didn't want him to have anything.
Yeah.
He wanted him to have a nice upbringing, to be the dad that he never had, to be like the perfect family. And the crazy monks didn't want that.
Yeah.
Uncle Palps wanted that.
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman wanted him to live on like a farm in the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
Writing prog rock masterpieces.
Yeah.
With him. Like, you know, fusing punk and prog
Ballet.
into just like some awesome thing, an opera.
Yeah.
That's what Palpatine wanted for him. But
Yeah.
Obi didn't give a shit. So anyway, your father wanted you to have it.
Yeah.
Oh, great, my father was a Jedi. Oh, great. Well. So Luke's already going, wow, Dad was a Jedi. That's cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Doesn't actually think, you knew my dad was a Jedi for 19 years and you didn't bother to say anything.
Yeah.
So that would be my thing.
That would be your immediate...
But we all know that Luke is, how should we say it?
a farm boy.
He's a bit thick, isn't he? He's a bit thick. Luke's a bit dumb.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Because he's not been homeschooled, has he, there?
No,
There's no homeschooling there. Can
no homeschooling on a moisture, on a moisture farm.
No, can turn off a moisture evaporator.
Yeah.
Needs to do his chores.
Yeah.
Not doing the schoolwork there.
No.
Not doing the maths.
Yeah.
Can't even count properly when he's buying the droids. Can he leaves Uncle Owen to do it? Oh, bless him.
There you
So
go.
there he is in his white, his white pajamas,
Yeah.
sat in a strange old man's hovel,
Yeah.
being handed a sex toy from a chest. And then Obi-Wan spills in this tale.
Uh-huh.
And it's a tale. And the shot is perfect, because even in 1977 or 79 when I saw it, I knew he was lying. Because he goes, what happened to my father? And he goes, oh. Yeah. And he was a good friend.
Yeah.
Let me just say that first. He was a good friend. He was betrayed and murdered by Darth Vader. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
It was by Darth Vader. A student of mine before he turned to the dark side.
Yeah.
He's more machine now than man. Twisted and evil.
Yeah.
Right, I think I'd be pretty pissed off with you if you cut my arms and legs off and left me for dead. I don't think I'd be like, sunshine on a rainy day.
Yeah.
I'd be writing some dark goth ballad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And so Obi-Wan then decides that Luke must come with him. You must come with me to rescue the princess.
Yeah.
Luke doesn't want to go. Luke wants to just go back to his farm where life is simple.
Bullseye want rats in his
Bullseye
T16.
yeah. And, turn on his moisture evaporators.
Yeah.
And drink his blue milk.
Yeah.
And wear his pyjamas.
Yeah.
All day, every day. But Obi-Wan does this. Watch the film. He's got his hand on his leg. He's rubbing his leg and going, you must do what you feel is right, of course. Forced suggestion. Weak-willed Luke, little bit simpleton, gets forced suggested to go to Alderaan. You watch it. You watch that scene again. After he's caught out in the lie, he then goes, oh, well, come with me.
Yeah.
You'll be right. I can't. I've got to go back to the farm. I've got to go back to Uncle Owen at Baru.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan knows who what them droids are. As soon as he sees them, he knows what they are. He could say, Luke, your family are in dreadful danger. Let's quickly go to the farm and rescue them.
Yeah.
What he doesn't, he takes him to his sex dungeon for a while. While Baru and Owen are getting torched.
Yeah.
Could have saved the 2 lives there. Didn't. I think we've seen that happen before.
We have.
Oh, he's got form.
He has got form.
He's got form, and it gets worse. Basically, Obi-Wan then tricks Luke into going across the galaxy with him and tries to train him up to join Al-Qaeda. Because what do you see the Empire actually do wrong in the saga? Think about it. Just pause right now. Press pause on the thing and think about it.
Go on, what was your example?
What do you see the Empire do wrong?
Alderaan.
Blowing up Alderaan. They're fair enough. They're blowing up Alderaan. It's a stronghold, a known stronghold of a terrorist organisation trying to strike at the status quo. Tarkin is just doing what he can. He's making he's striking first to stop the attacks that are happening all over the place because of the crazy terrorist rebels.
There you go.
Again, what do you see them do wrong, kids? Think about it. You don't see them do anything.
So Alderaan were accused of having weapons of mass destruction.
Alderaan, weapons of mass destruction, harbouring Al Qaeda.
Yep.
Blown up.
Job done.
Has to be done. Gone.
Yep.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah.
It's only like, I don't know, the American using like the big super new smart bomb.
Yeah.
That's all the Death Star is. It's just a big old smart bomb.
Big drone.
Big drone.
Big drone.
Boom.
There
No
you go.
more Alderaan.
Yeah.
But of course, by this time, Luke's on the Death Star. What does Obi-Wan do? Does he do the brave thing of going to break out the princess, knowing he's going to encounter a little bit of dodginess and maybe get into a little bit of trouble? Or does he send the thick blonde one to do it? I think we've seen this one before as well, haven't we? I could go to the bar and have a drink or fight.
Yeah.
I'll have a drink. And he goes, I'll sneak round, knowing that I can, like, divert attention from myself.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to see me. I'll throw a little switch, and I'll meet you back on the ship. You break into this bit here, steal the princess, work your way through thousands of floors back to the ship, and then we'll try and escape. I'll go and flip a switch. I'll go and turn the kettle on.
Yeah.
I'll put kettle on. You'll be back in a bit.
Yeah.
But things don't go according to plan, do they?
No.
No, because who does he meet?
His old boy turns up.
Yeah, correct. He meets Johnny Rotten.
He meets Johnny Rotten.
And Johnny Rotten is now in, Public Image Limited. He's going to rise.
Yeah. He's got the funk. He's gone fretless.
Yeah, he's gone fretless. Jar Wobble is doing...
Yeah.
So, when I met you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Yeah.
And he is. Only a master of evil, Darth.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Take a slice of this, bitch.
Yeah. And again, Anakin, I think, because we've seen Rogue One. We've all seen Rogue One, I assume. And we know that Darth Vader can now do all the twiddly stuff.
Yeah.
Not Spencer Wilding. Again, another story.
Daniel the Pros.
But then, like, an hour later...
Yeah.
Well, that's not an hour later. It's going to be like 2 days later, isn't it, by this point?
Yeah.
He's like all... He's giving him a chance. He's going, come on. Let's
play with him.
Let's just play with it. But he's giving him a chance. He's going, come on. Now we can have the fight that we didn't have.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And he goes, no. So in the end, he goes, all right. Just axe him. And Obi-Wan, rather than fight, because he doesn't really fight, he just goes, I give up.
Yeah.
And I'll haunt Luke. I'll haunt my little blonde friend now. I'll haunt my little blonde friend.
Yeah.
But he doesn't haunt his little blonde friend, does he? He just goes, run, Luke, run.
Yeah.
I think he kind of worked that out with all the stormtroopers running at him with the guns, that he's not just going to stand there.
Thanks for the scoop.
Yeah, so he runs. Gets on. And then Luke, who's known Obi-Wan properly for like 12 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
He's all like, I can't believe he's gone.
Yeah.
And Leia, who's just watched her entire planet and family blown to ashes, goes, he's comforting him. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Wasn't anything you could have done.
Yeah, it wasn't anything you could have done. Yet. Does Leia know at that point? Has she got a little twinkle?
Maybe.
Because I think she will have been developed a little bit.
All right, on Alderaan.
A bit of the old training, maybe.
Yeah.
Because, Antilles knew the score, didn't they?
Yeah. So they put some Yes albums on for her and stuff.
Put some Yes albums. She was, she got in. She was into later Floyd. She was like Animals in the Wall.
Final Cut and
Final Cut.
Yeah.
Final Cut's a bit nasty though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon she was more Animals in the Wall.
Yeah. Yeah, well, of course, it's the deconstruction of society and
correct
and animals, all the
and let's face it,
bourgeoisie and
and that's what they're training her to do. They're like brainwashing
dogs.
Her. Yeah, rebellion.
Yeah.
Fight the man.
Yeah.
Stick it to the man.
Animals.
Stick it to the man in your white dress. Enough about that white dress.
Yeah.
So Obi-Wan, anyway, is now no more. We think. He's appearing in Luke's head. Is he really doing it, or is Luke just imagining it? Because Luke, let's face it, probably hears voices quite a lot. Bit too much of that moisture evaporator.
Yeah.
Sniffing the fumes.
Yeah.
The oil bath.
Space vaping.
Yeah.
Space vaping.
Wants to go to Anchorhead
Yeah.
with the boys.
Yeah.
Meet Biggs.
Yeah.
and Fixer.
Oh yeah. Fixer. Yeah.
Fixer.
Yeah.
We know what Mr. Forrest was doing.
Anthony Forrest.
Yeah.
Hey. He plays guitar as well. Anyway, go on.
So there we are. Empire Strikes Back now.
Yeah.
We'll ignore the fact that, you know, Luke kills millions of people, innocent people, who are not members of the Empire, who are just contractors.
Correct. For a full deconstruction of this, watch Clerks.
Clerks. Full deconstruction. See that. So pause, watch Clerks, back.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we've got Empire Strikes Back, and we're on Hoth.
Yeah.
It's bloody cold.
It is bloody cold.
Luke gets attacked by a wampa, and he's hung upside down, and he gets his lightsaber, sets himself free, cuts an arm off. Wonder where he learnt that trick, kids. Runs away,
Yeah.
falls in the ground, and who appears?
Luke.
But Obi-Wan. Yeah, Luke. Wake up. I'm bloody cold. Right, there you go.
Yeah.
Right, you need to go to Dagobah. See ya.
Go and see that green frog.
Go and see the green frog, the weird green frog. But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't like say, this is what you need to do. I'll be a Force ghost. I'll really help you.
No
He
tips.
just goes, you know, just
Go.
Go. That's where you need to go. Luckily, Solo comes up.
The man.
And then, you know, Luke gets inside the Tauntaun. Probably not for the first time. and they
Gets in the warm back to fluid and...
Snogs his sister.
yeah, snugs his sister.
Again, fanboy.
Yeah, there you go.
It's all coming out.
I've seen the big-eared boys on farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. Then we get to Dagobah and the mental
You're
green
blowing
frog.
in Michael's mind here, by the way. He's
Half
just
of it's
stunned,
going over the top of my
stunned
head.
silence.
The mental green frog
Yeah.
says, plays with him for a bit though, obviously, because Yoda's not any bright spark either, kids. You know. Yoda is not perfect.
Is
I'm
that
just
why
saying.
a sentence he can't construct in order?
Let's say, you know, he knows exactly where it is from the moment he lands.
Yeah.
But he decides to play a trick on him because it's not who you're looking for a warrior, not a frog. And
Right, yeah.
teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, great lesson. He's thick. you need to teach him his bloody 2x2 first. Not how to somersault through a jungle.
Yeah.
Because what's that doing? You can fight all the Empire by somersaulting through a jungle.
Yeah.
Because we've seen loads of jungles so far in the Star Wars universe. So anyway,
Concrete jungle.
yeah. So Yoda's the reggae.
Yeah. Yoda's Bob Marley.
Yoda's Bob Marley.
Yeah.
But Luke wants to do level 42 and UB40. Luke wants to do UB40.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit of Aztec camera.
Yeah.
He's gone for his late 80s.
But no Aswad. Please,
No Aswad.
please God, no
Don't
Aswad.
turn around.
Yeah.
And, you know, effectively, that's what Yoda says to him, innit?
Yeah.
Don't turn around.
Yeah.
You're going to see my heart breaking. He's going, I'm going.
You might see your face inside Darth Vader's helmet. Yeah.
And
Just
what,
to
Obi-Wan
mess with your head.
appears. Obi-Wan appears. Don't go. Don't go. That's his sole. You know, his
Through
sole
line.
contribution to that.
To that
Oh,
conversation.
don't go, Luke.
Yeah.
Because, you know, your training's not complete. Well, it would have been if you'd started it when he was born. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No. But you left it to the frog,
Yeah.
who's been too busy smoking the ganja, can't form sentences. Eating the bugs,
Yeah.
smoking the ganj.
The bad soup.
Yeah. The bad soup.
Yeah.
Naughty soup. No, he's on the nature. He's on the green.
Zion Trin is coming our way. So go on.
Obi-Wan, don't go.
Yeah.
That's all he does. Then when he goes, Yoda says, "Oh, it's all right if he dies anyway. There's another."
Yeah, there's another, that'd be right.
And so Obi-Wan goes, and you can see in the background, he goes, that's right.
Yeah. And she's got the street smarts.
I think she's a bit too smart for Obi-Wan. That's why he chose Luke. Likes the boys, not the girls.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're now in Return of the Jedi, and everything's going well. We've had 5 years between Empire and Jedi. Who knows where Han Solo is? Lost.
Yeah.
So they all split up to find him. We go to Jabba's palace. Luke,
He's between Han Solo's between record deals. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
he's basically he's signed onto the label. Can't record for anybody else.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
he's stuck.
Yeah.
I'm liking this music analogy.
Yeah.
and then we've got.
Or maybe he's Eric Clapton. He was like he's in Hurtwood Edge for like 4 years, like just addicted to sniff and heroin.
Trying to record
Yeah, just trying to record.
until Phil Collins comes and saves him. Yeah. Phil Collins, General Medine.
Yeah.
And let's face it, Billy D. Williams, Nathan East.
There you go. So they come back. They record behind the sun.
Yeah.
On Tatooine, right?
The two sons.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is
Anyway,
genius.
It's genius.
I know. We need to. We're on the last movie. We're going to get
we're on
there.
the last movie. And then we've got Obi-Wan, who Luke has now constructed a lightsaber.
Yeah.
From the bits he found in Obi-Wan's sex chest.
Yeah.
He's got his new lightsaber.
Yeah.
Pops it up from R2.
Yeah.
Saves the day.
Yeah.
Off they go.
Yeah.
Of course, by this time, Luke's pretty pissed off because he's been told, "I am your father."
Yeah.
So, in other words, Obi-Wan's a dirty liar. I'm your dad. What he's told you is a load of crap.
Yeah.
So then we get the big face-off. Goes back to see Bob Marley, who's dying.
Yeah.
Bob Marley disappears.
Yeah.
What's that about? Just disappears. And then he goes out. And Obi-Wan is now no longer a Force ghost. He's like pretty there for a chat.
Yeah.
And Luke says to him, "You lied to me. You completely lied to me. You could have done all this, but you didn't. You actually lied to me." And Obi-Wan says, "What I told you was true from a certain point of view." What? A liar? Because that's what it is. And were it not for Obi-Wan, kids, the Star Wars saga could have been over in no time at all. Pimp Jedi would have saved the day. No Darth Maul. No Palpatine, no Death Star, no Luke and Leia. So Obi-Wan is the true villain of the saga.
What do you think, Michael?
I think there's a lot of Obi-Wan hate. Star Wars hate going on, but
No, not Star Wars.
No,
hate.
definitely not Star Wars
Not
hate. Not
Star
from this
Wars
guy.
hate. I love the Star Wars.
No.
Obi-Wan is a bad man.
interesting part, especially in Revenge of the Sith. I always thought he was a complete knob for
He's
just
no
leaving
Jar
Anakin
Jar.
on fire.
Jar Jar is the linchpin.
But he did destroy General Grievous, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, all he did was shoot him. How uncivilized.
Yeah, so he wasn't there when all the kids were being killed, was
Could have been, though. You're telling me you couldn't have heard it through the Force? Oh, the temple's being attacked. Instead, I'll just shoot this android.
What do you think?
I'm,
You think it's all bad?
I'm convinced, but I think there's a whole lot of albums we can make out of it
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of albums there, isn't there?
Some jamming next week
Rock and
coming.
roll Star Wars.
Well, considering we've kind of semi-analysed that all the way through, and Hayden's going, you guys have been talking about this for a long
an hour and a half.
time.
This is meant to be 10 minutes.
Perhaps,
It's a whole show in itself.
perhaps we should throw this discussion out
To the crowd.
To the crowd. So, what do you think? Obi-Wan Kenobi, the bad guy, or the good guy? Is he prog? Is he punk?
Oh, he's
Let us-
metal.
He's metal, yeah. So, metal! So let us know at SW4Stock on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Cookson. I think
Thank
a round of
you.
applause for that. Well, that just about wraps it up. Not just for the end of this episode. We're sure you're all like quite emotional and maybe even a little mentally scarred after this episode. But yeah, this wraps up the episode and it wraps up season 1. Yes, indeed. 7 episodes of Force Talk
8
goodness.
if you include the pilot.
Yeah,
8.
that's
We're
true.
getting good at this counting, Malaka.
We are. 9 if you include the pilot that nobody will ever see.
No, don't include the pilot. The original pilot.
Yeah, the original, the pilot.
Believe it or not, it was worse than the pilot.
Yeah, it certainly was. Yeah, I think we've come a long way since that pilot. Watch that pilot and see how terrified we all look.
I know. We're all on our best behaviour then.
We've actually learned how to talk, I think, now.
Good.
But, yes, well, first of all, we'll be back with Season 2 in the fall, in the autumn.
In the fall.
So what you need to do is just keep checking our social media and please still subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're not disappearing completely. We're going to be dropping a few little things for you to enjoy, for you to watch. I believe a few toy things are going to be appearing.
I'll finally be posting my collector's videos for the Sideshow 6 scale Luke, Snowspeeder Pilot, Forlom, Shore Trooper from Rogue One, IG-88, and the Bandai diecast R2-D2, which I think I'm getting this week. So yes, they shall be appearing on the YouTube channel, so check those out.
Yep, keep watching for those. Without Sarah's help, I'll be possibly doing some more on The Art Awakens about posters, so Sarah can go and have a nap elsewhere while I'm discussing. Seriously, watch back that episode. She's like this. Yeah. Still, at least you're not a poster collector, right?
There's only so much you can listen to about a poster.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
But they're very beautiful.
I love Star Wars, but
Yeah. It wasn't your thing.
it's a poster.
It's true. It is a poster.
I enjoyed it.
Is it? Yeah, thanks. All right.
It must be a generation thing.
The check's in the post. What else did I need to talk about before we get out of here?
Competition.
Oh, yes, right, the competition, yes. So, the club's Star Wars background contest, of course, the artwork is required to be original, and it must be saved in high definition, must be 1920 by 1080. Gamer tag must be included with your submission for proper identification. We're going to be... Oh, you need to submit them, of course, to clubstarwars@outlook.com. And we're going to be announcing the winner in the first episode of Season 2, After the Fall. A little more on Season 2 as well. There's going to be quite a few changes. You may have noticed after the last episode that we changed our background a little bit. Yeah. We're going to be changing that again. There's going to be a few developments there. There's going to be some new segments.
We're going on a diet.
We're going on a diet.
I'm not.
Do you not like
I'm
this
building up.
widescreen thing?
He's the only one who doesn't need to.
I'm trying to build up. I'll
We're
be
gonna feed
Yeah, that was
ripped. I'll be ripped when we come back.
that was the first thing I said after the last episode. You know, the camera adds £10. How many cameras are actually on you, Paddy, at this moment? Yeah, so we're going to lose some weight. We're going to do lots and lots of work on this podcast for you, and we're going to come back with something a website, shiny, new, beautiful, sexy, all new Force Talk Season 2. So until then,
Yes.
if there's anything you want to add, no.
Like all the videos. Send
Yes.
us messages
Subscribe.
on Twitter and Sarah Snapchats and.
Ask us questions.
Yeah.
Please stop
we
sending
want
me
more
penis
interaction
pictures.
next season. We want to have like question and answer at the end of every show, don't we?
Yes,
And
we absolutely do.
possibly ask us questions about Mark's theory on Obi-Wan being a
Yeah.
penis.
If your brain's kind of adjusted to it.
I loved it, and but any more stuff as well on if you want to make analogies between Rock Family Trees and the Star Wars saga, that's going to work too. Yeah. So until next time, may the Force be with you.
Take care.
Please come back.
Bye.
Bloody t-shirts shrunk, I think, in the wash.
I think I've just got bigger.
Too much chocolate.